It is late in the regular season in high school gymnastics. Tonight on CCX, a Northwest Ribbon Conference meet between the Osseo Fridley Orioles and the Park Center Pirates. From Park Center High School, John Jacobson along with Debbie Rasmussen and Debbie's teams, and these girls getting better in their routines as the season goes on, which is exactly what you want. We've got section meet coming up in less than 2 weeks at Champlain Park High School on February 8th.
You know, and for these girls and these teams, it is all about consistency today. It's about really polishing those routines, getting rid of all the little balance checks or the steps on the landings, and really just gaining the confidence so that when they go into section meets, you never know what can happen. It can come down to a tenth of a point where you're not going or you're going on to state. And we haven't seen Osseo Fridley for
a couple of years.
So that's really fun. And as always, it is a blast to come to Park Center and just be in the school and feel the energy and the love that these coaches bring to the sport for their athletes is pretty great.
Osseo's been consistently in the mid-120s this year. Park Center's high score was last week at 117, a younger team than they've had in years past. We'll talk about that as the night goes on, as we are getting ready for our first rotation. And our first athlete tonight, Anila Adams of Park Center, a senior with her first vault.
Anila starts out with a half-on, half-off vault.
There's a look at her rotation tonight as you see Park Center starting their varsity on the vault, and we'll have Osseo and bars and vault, and Park Center back-to-back, Osseo back-to-back, and wrapping up with Park Center on the floor exercise.
Getting ready for her second vault here. She's just going to want to have a teeny bit better form and less steps on that landing. Otherwise, this is a really nice vault for her.
Her first vault was a 7.55 score. We'll see how this one scores for Anila. Her high score this year, 7.65. She's senior co-captain for the Pirates.
It's always just the support that they have. This gym is not that large, but it'll be loud tonight. There's a lot of people behind us in the gym, and it's fun to see the spectators. And I think anytime you're having to meet, you know, kind of rivals, they're in the same conference. You've got Osseo, Fridley, and then Park Center. It's just a fun meet to come to.
Shanika Chapman up next, the freshman.
Beautiful, beautiful half-on, half-off. That had great pre-flight, and her form is amazing. She is a taller gymnast, so when they perform on any event and they have clean lines and great form, it is such a pretty vault to watch, and you'll be able to see that here. Look at this. She's got great form, straight legs, tight, just a tiny step on that landing. Really nice job for her.
Second vault for Shanika.
Again, another vault. She's got straight body, straight arms, and those are important when judges are judging on the vault.
The first vault scored an 8.375. We'll see how this one gets marked. A little bit lower, it looks like. A 2 from one judge.
You'll tell she didn't have the distance from the vault platform that she had on the first vault. So that may be a little bit of a deduction. Her first vault was super powerful, and she had great distance on that.
Second one was 8.25, so the first one will be the one that goes in the books. Chandra Vu, senior, up next.
Does a half-on full-off. This vault is tough because you're doing that half-on the pre-flight. Then you have to get enough power to get a full twist off on the backside of that vault, and she does a great job with that.
Chandra missed last season with an injury, Deb, so Pirates excited to have her back, and I'm sure she's excited to be back in the gym with her teammates again, too. 8.55 on her first vault.
She has a really quick twist on that backside of that vault, and that is awesome because she's able to complete that entire twist before she lands. Sometimes gymnasts will do 3/4 of the twist and then kind of twist it around, but hers, watch this, it's just fast and snappy all the way around. Just that step on the landing, good vault.
Luna Zhang will be up next for Park Center. Second vault, an 8.425 for Chandra Vu. Widow Vaughn has got as high as 8.625 in this event.
Another great half on, full off, and she has that snappy twist, that full twist too. Just a little bit big of her step on the landing, so she'll try to clean that up a little bit. She almost has so much power, she could add another half twist on that.
First vault was an 8.45. There's Luna's second vault.
Nice vault, a little bit more of a better landing on that one, but didn't quite complete that twist as fast, but she did have great distance on the backside. You'll see here, she twists and like half of her body was all the way around, but the upper half probably could have made it a little bit farther. But still a nice vault for her. Great after flight.
Jessica Martinez Ayala is the fifth and final competitor. 8.575 for Luna Zhang, so actually her second vault was a little higher. Scored. Jessica's high this year, 8.3. She's a captain.
Nailed this vault. Watch this landing. There is no step, nothing, and that's how you want to land a vault. It doesn't have the degree of difficulty that the full twist does, but you can land a vault better than that.
Scored an 8.175. Vault 2.
Again, another vault, just had to take that little step forward, but not bad.
A solid 5 routines for Park Center.
Everyone was consistent. They didn't have any falls, and you'll see here just the littlest, tiniest of step on that.
Jessica's second vault at 8.1 score. We'll take our first break. That's it for Park Center on their rotation on the vault. The Osseo varsity up on the bars in just a moment on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
There's the score of Park Center's gymnasts on the vault as we go into Osseo's bars. Amaya Lane, 7th grader, up first for Osseo.
Nice job on that, saving that flyaway. She literally got the call to start this about 30 seconds ago, probably. So that's tough when you're, first of all, she's only in 7th grade, probably competing on JV, and then all of a sudden the coach like, you're up, you're going first. She did a great job on that routine.
We'll see her later in the floor exercise. Look at the Amaya's routine again and her dismount there.
The impressive thing was she was able to save that dismount and not sit it down, and so she saved a half a point right there. It was a good job.
Score 5.05. Natalie Molnow is up next.
Doing a glide kip mount to a squat on. Some long kips, long hang kips, 2 of them. Back hip circle, big cast to another one. Great toe point on this. And a really nice flyaway dismount.
Natalie Molnow, 6th year on the team. Started the Osseo Fridley program in 7th grade. A captain now as a senior. Look at part of her bar routine again.
She gets such a nice, good cast on that. And there again, just almost over-rotated it. I'm just so impressed that these girls are able to save those landings. It was a good routine for her. Sometimes when you don't have necessarily the difficulty in the routine, you want to be able to do that clean and with great form and no pauses, and she did a nice job on that.
Our next athlete, Jordan Biermann, had read a nice article in the State High School League about Jordan last year. She is just an 8th grader, second year on the team, competing with a prosthetic leg, as you'll see, and also is legally blind, and has not let any of that stop her from competing in this sport.
This is absolutely incredible, and to watch her, fearless and very talented, it's inspiring, absolutely inspiring.
Natalie Molnau's score was 5.95.
She has, time to get back on that bar and re-grip. Does some beautiful rear uprises there. Nice job. Back hip circle keeps that momentum going. Another long hang kip. 2 of them, and gets ready for that flyaway. Really nice routine. I'm in awe. I don't even know what else to say. What an incredible young woman that hasn't let any of these things hinder her. And, bars is a tough event, and this dismount is hard to land in any case, and doing it pretty much on that one leg. Almost was able to stand it up there. Just a beautiful routine. Very impressed how she works the bars.
This is her only varsity event, but she competes in all 4 events. She'll be on the other apparatus tonight for junior varsity for Osseo.
I'd like to go back and read that article, because what an inspiring story. And my guess is she's probably a really good student too, and stuff. So just really neat to see.
Lexi Shreve is up next. Jordan Biermann scoring at 6.1. Lexi is a senior captain, attends Maranatha Christian Academy. Doesn't have its own gymnastics team. It's part of the team here at Osseo.
Really nice. She moves real well on these bars. I love how high she swings. Gorgeous laid out flyaway dismount. What made this routine was so great was the fluidity of it. It just kept one skill goes right into the next, goes right into the next, and you can tell that she is a very strong bar worker. So on this team, we've got Osseo, we've got Fridley, and Maranatha.
Yeah.
I think it's really great when they're allowed to do that. I remember back in the day when Park Center girls hockey had North Metro at the time, and they co-opt in order to have enough girls on the team. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, now it's Osseo. Now it's Osseo Park Center. We'll wait the score for Lexi, and then Mandy Carlson will be up next. Mandy Carlson, a girl that Coach Tammy Hoff really believes has a shot to get to state. They haven't had a state individual qualifier in a number of years, and Mandy's a girl that they believe can do it this year.
And that's what's so exciting about this time of the season. Maybe the team might not get there, but the support that they're showing her, because she can. Her teammates are behind her, and it's just really neat to see.
Lexi Shreve, 7.125.
Does a glide kip into a free hip back hip circle. Love the Giants. They're great. Arms are straight. Beautiful toe point. And there it is, a nice flyaway dismount with a stuck landing.
Her high coming into tonight, 7.975. That might top that. We'll see it in a moment.
You'll see here what judges are looking for is that those arms are straight. Look at how high that flyaway is. She is higher than the high bar when she does that release. But most importantly, it was just, again, the fluidity. One movement goes right into the next. Beautiful cast, beautiful form, great toe point.
About to move to our next rotation. We'll hold on for a moment to get the Mandy Carlson score.
It's not done, but a good chunk of it is over.
She seems pretty happy about that one. So they are in sections with...
So these two schools are in section 5AA. They'll be in with Champlain Park, Maple Grove, St. Michael Albertville is in that section. There's no dominant team in that section is the interesting thing this year. 7.825 for Mandy Carlson, and that section meet will come up at Champlain Park High School on February 8th. We'll talk more about that this evening, and we'll take another break. We'll come back. Osseo will be up on the vault in a moment. More gymnastics on CCX after this. John Jacobson, Debbie Rasmussen back at Park Center High School. There's your Osseo varsity scores for the uneven bars, capped by Mandy Carlson, 7.825. So each team's had one rotation. And there's the scores. Park Center on the vault, 33.675, and Osseo 27. Now the teams will flip. Osseo ready to go to start on the bars. Trinity Fairenbach will be their first competitor. She is a junior, second year on the team, also a diver and a cross-country runner.
Wow.
High score this year is 7.7. Excuse me, 7-0 on this event. Ready to get the okay from the judge to get started. And now we're ready to go.
Does a half on, half off there. A pretty good start for that. She just needs to extend that body a little bit more on that half on, which will allow her to get that quicker twist for the half off, but she had a good landing on that.
One more vault for Trinity. First vault scored an even 7.
And again, another half on, half off. She had a better landing on that side, but just didn't get that distance from the vault. So it'll be interesting to see how she is scored on that one. When we're watching the vault and things the judges are looking for is the pre-flight. That's from the board to the vaulting platform. Do we have good body position? Do we have straight arms and forms? Then you have that block coming off of that platform and then the landing. Really nice vault. That was another half on, half off, and you can tell she had full extension on that pre-flight. She was able to have a straight body as she comes off that springboard. And again, straight arms, good form. See her second vault. Here she goes. Nice, another really nice vault, a better landing on that, and good position in the air when she was doing that half twist. I think vault is by far is one of the quickest events that we have, but a lot of gymnasts I think will think it's one of their favorite because it is so quick and it's fun to kind of fly off that springboard.
Abby Allquist will be up next. That second vault a moment ago, 7.65.
Abby doing a half on, half off. Good body position, but just a little loose on that landing, which possibly caused her to take that little step. I couldn't see if I think she may have hit her knee on that crash pad, and that could be a 3/10 to a half a point deduction. She'll go here for her second vault. She's probably thinking, okay, shake that one off and let's get ready to go.
First vault was 7.25.
There, nice second vault. Good straight body on that landing and just a tiny step. You know, when you're doing that half off, it is a blind landing, so you are twisting, not really seeing that mat as if you're doing a full. You're going all the way around. You can see that mat when you're ready to land that, but on the half off, it's blind, so that mat can possibly come up a lot quicker than what you're thinking.
Mandy Carlson will be up next. Abby's second vault, 7.5.
Gets the go-ahead from the judges. That vault is a front handspring, and I don't think you can do it any better than that. I'm not sure what the starting value is. It's not going to have the twisting start value that some of the half-on, half-off was. She had perfect body position on the pre-flight, on the vaulting platform, perfect block off, and an excellent landing on that.
First vault was 8.3, second vault for Mandy Carlson.
Again, I don't know where deductions would come from on that vault because she stuck the landing. It was just beautiful. Here you'll take a look. Watch this body position. She's so strong. Legs are locked together. Feet are planted. Gorgeous handspring.
Scored 8.425, so Mandy a little higher on that second vault. You notice the coaches adjusting the vaulting platform depending again on each gymnast vault.
Yep.
That can be adjusted to give them an opportunity to get a higher score.
Yep, and they, if she throws this vault, we might be looking at a 1.5 twist off here, which is pretty darn incredible. She needs that extra. Well, that was so fast. I think it was a half on, half off, or full off. But she has more time to get that twist done. Now we're noticing that they're raising it a little bit more, so now she might do that 1.5. Here's beautiful half on, full off, just that step to the side. But my guess is that she's going to throw this because they've raised it again, which they can. It gives her a little bit extra time on that landing.
Which is Shreve's first vault, an 8.35.
Watched her in warm-ups, and it was impressive. There she goes. Oh my gosh, that's such a difficult vault. She adds that extra half twist. Unfortunately, she was not able to stand that up, but watch how quick she twists. This is beautiful. All the way just a little loose in that landing. Almost made it. Tough vault. Very, very good vault for her. Unfortunately, she's probably not going to be happy about the landing because that'll cost her a half a point.
It would have been her definitely a better vault score-wise, but with the fall, 8.25, so her first vault, 8.35. We'll take a break. We'll come back. And more gymnastics coming, and we'll go back to the bars. Park Center will be up next after this.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
There's a score for Osseo on the vault. Team score of 32.075. So they have completed 2 rotations now. Park Center will be up on the bars in just a moment. So we got Tammy Hoff, 14th year head coach at Osseo, competed here at Park Center for Bruce Smith.
Oh, how fun is that?
Angie Westland up first for Park Center on the uneven bars.
Doing a back pullover mount into 2 back hip circles. Oh gosh, that squat on. You know, the squat on seems like such a simple move. It's like the full turn on the beam. It's really hard. Doing some back pullovers there. Nice job. Nice back hip circle. Flyaway dismount. Super solid landing on that. She had that unfortunate fall on the squat on, but came back strong. You see here, there's her back hip circle on the high bar. Nice cast. Impressive toe point and a stuck landing.
Angie is a sophomore. This is their only varsity event of the night. And look at Bruce Smith, now 33 years here at Park Center. Overall, 52 years of coaching. Started at Brooklyn Center High School and has been here since the late 90s, since the 89-90 season, and still going strong. He told us, though, he's told me a couple times, slowed down. He and his daughter, their whole family slowed down by COVID.
Yeah.
And he could not be more grateful for the alumni that they have that stepped in and helped coach the girls while he was out, and Amanda Molden, his daughter, was out with COVID back in the early part of the season. 4.25 score for Angie Westland, and now Shanika Chapman.
She is such a pretty gymnast to watch because, like I said, she's a taller gymnast but creates beautiful lines. Flyaway dismount. I don't know if you can see, but she's smiling throughout a bar routine, and that is impressive to do. I think what's really great, you can't see them, but I think a lot of the alumni that have helped are sitting behind the judges' table, and they are coaching these girls as if they are the coaches for that team. But she was doing that cast to the highway and already had a grin on her face.
The freshman, this is kind of her fun sport. She was part of the 2001 state championship 4x200 relay team in track and field last June, and
wow,
she's an outstanding sprinter.
Well, you could see that in her vault. That's why she's such a superb vaulter, too.
One score up so far for her. Yuko Vu is up next. It's a score of 6.725 for Shanika Chapman. That's a season high for her.
She has a beautiful routine going. That is a rear uprise into that handstand. These giants are amazing. Watch the speed and the height on that flyaway dismount. Gorgeous routine. Free hip to handstand is a tough move, and she nailed it. She was able to hit that full handstand. When you're doing that move, you want to make sure that you are at the very, here she goes. She shoots it straight up, muscles it right on top of that bar. These giants are some of the best we've seen. Just the form, the arms are straight, and this flyaway just kind of floats into the ground. Arms are over her head when she lands. Beautiful routine.
Yuko's a junior. She's been out most of the year. Just her second competition in bars for the season. That was a great routine.
Fabulous.
Considering you've been out most of the year, and now that they're getting to the end of the season, Park Center finally getting healthy. They've had so many injuries.
You know, and I think this whole, you know, last year was weird anyways, and then you come with this year, and you got a COVID issue again, and then the injuries and stuff. But I just love the spirit that both of these teams have. They are enjoying it, and they're thankful to be here and have meets going on.
Has a nice routine, 8.15.
Nice score.
Jessica Martinez Ayala up next.
Starting with a kip cast and then a switch kip, which shows that change of direction. doing rear uprise into back hip circle. Nice cast. Does another one right into that back hip circle. Beautiful cast. Long hang kip. 2. Get a nice big cast. Wow, that was a gorgeous flyway. You know, the coaches are standing in there just in case, and they can do that if they don't assist her in any way. There is no deduction for that, and that was beautiful. You'll see here, she just is so high above that bar and floats down to, again, a perfectly stuck landing. No deductions on the landing.
So it has increased her difficulty in this event this year, and you saw that.
Mm-hmm.
With the back rear uprise.
I will tell you, with Bruce, we have been doing this for a long time. He is amazing. He, you know, has provided a sport that almost didn't continue on because they maybe didn't, you know, have enough girls at the time. He builds the program. He gets this beautiful gym for them. And to know that when he went down for a time and those alumni stepped up to help him, that speaks so much about how much impact he had on those girls. I could go on for hours about him. He's just amazing.
He is one of our favorites, no doubt. 7.0 the score for Jessica. Luna Zhang is up next.
Luna is going to unveil a new release move tonight. It's called a bail. And we watched her do it in the warm-ups. Here it goes. She shoots over the bar. Gorgeous. She flew over the top of that bar. Does that long hang kip into that next long hang kip. Big cast. Wow, that was pretty routine.
Well, she was going to fly into the hallway there.
She had so much power. I haven't seen someone go that. Usually
No.
the height is so impressive, but
Right.
for her, the distance. That is a tough move because you are flying over the top of that bar and you want to make sure you don't touch your feet on that mat. But you'll see here on this flyway, big cast and floats. Nice job. Anytime you have a release move in your bar routine, you can increase the difficulty, which gives you a higher start value. And they were saying she was going to unveil that tonight, and I think she did an exceptional job with that.
We'll hold on here for the score for Luna. .5 from one judge. It looks like 7.575 for Luna. A little bit under her season high, but the second high score for Park Center in this event. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. More gymnastics from Park Center High School on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
There were our scores a moment ago on the uneven bars. Angie Westland started it off. Luna Zhang finished things off. And the high score going to Yuko Vu with an 8.15. And she will be the first competitor up for the Pirates on the balance beam. So look at our scores now through rotation, 4 rotations total. Park Center with the lead on Osseo. You know, Coach Smith thought that this would be a meet that they could getting everybody healthy, that their girls are just getting back into the routines, or getting some of their higher scorers back who have been out, and that they have a chance to definitely compete tonight with Osseo. But this is an event that can break you, right, as a team?
We always talk about this event, and when teams are close, it's usually the team that comes out the strongest on the balance beam. that can come up with the win. We were watching her in warm-ups, and she's got some big skills. Starting out right there, she did a back handspring. Now, she's just recently back.
Well, right, and this is her first time competing on the beam this season in competition. That bar routine was just her second of the season, and a couple of falls early here in her first bar routine, or excuse me, beam routine.
Well, and you know,
in competition.
Beam is the toughest event to come back if you haven't been in the gym working on it. You need consistency. You need numbers in beam routines that you do every day to get that confidence and get your strength back on this routine. And she has got the difficulty. She just needs to have, you know, a little bit more time. Oh gosh, that was beautiful. Aerial cartwheel, she just wasn't able to hang on to it. I know the score's not going to reflect the talent that this young lady has, because she is good on this event. Getting ready for her dismount. Round off tough, which the round off itself is hard to do, let alone, you know, you're landing on 2 feet and then doing the back handspring afterwards. She needs to be super proud of herself to come back tonight with the difficulty that she has in that routine. And like I said, you know, she did have the falls, but you can tell she is a solid performer, and she just needs to get more time in the gym and more routines under her belt. She should be very happy, because those tricks are tough.
Yep, and we mentioned how important this event is sometimes to a team's success as far as winning or losing a meet. And let's see how the rest of the Pirate gymnasts do, starting with Shanika Chapman, who's up second here.
Watching Shanika in warm-ups is the height that she gets on her jumps and her leaps. And again, she seems very solid and comfortable up there. Here is that cartwheel, swings that foot through and goes right into that second cartwheel, hangs onto it. That's good. Getting ready for a jump. Full twisting tuck jump on a 4-inch piece of beam. And she goes right into a quarter turn straddle jump. Oh gosh, 3/4 wolf jump, but that's okay. Her shoulders were off just a little bit on that, but again, it's just the height that she gets on these jumps. There's 2 pike jumps, super impressive. Getting ready for the dismount. Really nice back tuck. Shoulders were a little bit low. She's probably not, you know, liking that a whole lot, but that was jam-packed full of difficulty. Anytime you have those jumps and leaps and you put those quarter turns or 3/4 turns, you're increasing the difficulty. You're now getting some high scores because of those jumps and turns. So maybe you don't have the tumbling skills, but you have the other things. There's that, again, super high backflip dismount.
Luna Zhang will be up next. Her high score this year, an 8.25, an 8th grader, an all-around competitor, and really a bright future for her with still 4 years of varsity gymnastics to go.
Yes, and I think the coaches are pretty excited for that future, because she already comes to the sport with a lot of talent. I think the other thing that really amazes me is doing balance beam with a mask on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard enough to look down and see your feet, let alone put a mask on. Yeah. I'm impressed with that.
And here's Luna Zhang, the score for Shanika Chapman. It's 6.5 from one judge, 6.45, so 6.475 for Shanika.
Considering she had the fall, that's a nice score. She would have been in the high 7s. Getting ready here for a standing back flip. Oh gosh, shoulders were just a little bit low. We saw her doing in practice. That was so pretty. Again, adding those twisting elements to her jumps and hanging on to those. Really nice job. Getting ready for that cartwheel. You'd normally like to see that foot swing all the way through because she's going to connect that with beautiful full twisting dismount. Oh gosh. Again, the difficulty is there. She did have that fall, but that back flip is amazing and incredibly difficult and scary all at the same time.
Loses a little bit not getting a connection at the end.
Right. Yep, because you'll see well, this part was beautiful, but when you're doing that double cartwheel, you want to land with that one foot, swing that second foot all the way through to plant to do the next cartwheel. That's where that connection comes in. So again, there, you know, potential the half point for the fall, but still a really nice routine for her.
Chandra Vu is up next. This will be her first time competing on the beam this season.
Oh, wow.
Late January, and you're getting healthy, and but good to be able to stick through it, fight through the injuries, and come back and compete here tonight.
Absolutely.
Definitely has some big skills, Coach Smith said, so we'll see what she can do here. Score of 7.6 for Luna Zhang.
See, without the fall, she would have been up in the 8s and made that connection, you know. She does cartwheel through. Oh gosh, and you know, when your shoulders are off, it's tough. It's hard to save that trick. It's we say the beam's only 4 inches wide. Really nice wolf jump into 3/4 twisting wolf jump, which is awesome. Nice standing full twist dismount with a good landing on that. Just that tiny little stop. Some beautiful form on that. Just kind of shoulders a little bit low on that, but considering this was her first routine on the beam in, you know, this season, nice job. Beam is the event where you need the practice, you need the consistency and the numbers. Like, you know, if you're doing 5 routines in a practice, you should do 10 routines, because the more you do it, it just becomes more natural and just kind of, you know, the more consistency, the better you are, the more confident to land those tricks.
Jessica Martinez Ayala will be up last for the Pirates as we await a score for Chandra Vu. I always like how coaches are, you know, just kind of keep their athlete engaged while they're waiting, so they're not just sitting and looking at the judges, right? Like Coach Molden was doing there a moment ago.
Exactly, because this is not the event that you want to be sitting and, you know, looking through. Are they still discussing the?
It looks like they're talking about the score for Chandra, and now they've come to a consensus.
Okay, the judges have to be within, I believe now it's 3/10 of each other in order to post a score.
Jessica Martinez Ayala, high score this year, 7.6.
Hang on on. Oh.
7.5 score, excuse me, Deb, for Chandra Vu.
The full turn has to be in every routine, and like I said, on the squat and on the bars, it is definitely a lot more difficult. She's going to do that cartwheel. See how she swings that all the way through. Ends in a round up. Nice connection. When you're landing two-footed, it's tough because that beam isn't that wide. Oh, darn, that was a full twisting tuck jump. Wow, that was beautiful. Three-quarter twisting wolf jump, getting ready for the dismount here. Punch front, nice landing, just that small step. I mean, there was the falls, but again, if now's the time to have them not in the section meets when you're hoping that you don't have them. You don't want to ever have the falls, but you know, if you're going to do it before season or before section meets, this is an okay time. What is so impressive was her jumps and her leaps and the three-quarter twisting jumps, and great height on that, and just had the cartwheel swing through to the round off. Nice job.
Our junior varsity girls getting ready to compete, doing their warm-ups as we hold on a score for Jessica. We'll tell you again that the section meet for both of these schools comes up on February 8th at Champlin Park High School, less than 2 weeks away.
I feel like this season, I think, are we doing a meet later in the season? Because I feel like, oh gosh, it's almost done.
Yeah, this is it's for the regular season. 7.6 for Jessica Martinez Ayala. So she ties with Luna Zhang for her team's high score in this event. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More gymnastics. We'll go to the floor exercise. Osseo up next.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Look at the Park Center beam scores as we come to Osseo on the floor. Maya Lane up first.
The floor exercise is where the girls' personalities get to shine. They pick their music, they help with the choreography. By far the funnest event of the 4. Really nice round of 2 back handsprings.
Her high score this year on this event is 7.4.
She's a really strong tumbler. We saw that second pass with that big high punch front. You know, and it's, you want your first gymnast up. We talk about that a lot of times too. Maybe not the most difficulty, but the consistent one who can set the pace for the scores, because you want them to build as each gymnast competes. Here's that round of 2 back handsprings. Really nice high punch front into that forward roll, right into the cartwheel. And lastly, again, round of 2 back handsprings. Getting her ending position. Nice job.
Natalie Molnau will be up next. Maya Lane with a score of 6.95. Now here's Natalie.
Tell she enjoys the music that she's chosen. Nice high punch front into that dive roll cartwheel series. Just like the full term is a requirement on the balance beam, it's also on the floor. A lot of gymnasts choose to do a double turn for a higher value. Push front walkover, cartwheel into backward roll. Two full twisting split jump, tuck jump, nice combination. Ends with a solid punch front dive roll cartwheel. Really cute ending on that routine.
The junior captain in her 5th year competing for Osseo. His high score this year has been a 7.5 on the floor. Look at it again. See how this one scores.
She has a great height on that punch front. Goes right into that dive forward roll and cartwheel. And repeats that pass again at the end of the routine, which is almost higher than the one she started. Push front walkover, round off, back extension. There it is again. You're looking to connect all 3 of the tumbling elements, which she does a really nice job on. Might not have the tumbling difficulty, but had great jump and leap combinations. Worked well with the music. I think she's happy. She's smiling pretty big.
The Allquist is up next. So score of 7.225 for Natalie Molnau.
Really nice high round off half twist. Good tumble.
Abby, a sophomore. She's also a diver during the fall.
Nice punch front dive roll cartwheel combo.
And we've seen that through the years, often a combination, not obviously for every girl, but several athletes over the years diving for for swimming and diving and gymnastics.
It makes a lot of sense because you're kind of doing the same thing other than you're landing in the water versus landing on a floor mat. So yeah, you do see a lot of that. Probably one of the most successful is the Wayzata coach, who Abby Christensen, who was a diving gymnast, really talented in both, and then went on to dive for Iowa State. You can tell she's a strong tumble. She's aware of her body. She can do the twisting, and just by watching this punch front, it's like watching her do a front flip off the diving board. Love this round. I have 2 back handsprings. My favorite move ever, it's called a Shushinova, after the great Elena Shushinova from Russia. It looks like it hurts, but it really doesn't. We've watched that for a couple years. I think I've asked you to try it, but we never want to.
Body would not contort that way.
Well, if we could find a foam.
Well.
There could be a hip injury, a rehab center, Well, let's just say I'm glad I would have loved to have been able to do it, but it was, long after my time.
Mandy Carlson up next. Score 7.0 for Abby Allquist.
This is an outstanding handstand pirouette. What I love with her the whole night is just watching her toe point and her form. Super important to when you're doing, anytime that toe leaves the floor, it should be pointed. Nice round up back handspring layout flyaway and not a step on the landing at all.
It's Mandy's first year competing high school gymnastics, comes from club. Strong leader for this team, adding new skills. Her favorite event is beam. We'll see her yet to come on that event tonight. That was a great little pass there.
Yes, double. She does punch front right into punch front. Again, great jump leap combination, adding that full twist, all of that. Taking a tiny bit here to music slows down. She changed her direction a little bit, and she's getting in the back corner for her third and final tumbling pass. And again, another round up back handspring full twist. Just a tiny step on that landing. Really nice routine, beautifully choreographed. She hits all the beats in her dance elements.
Well done by Mandy Carlson. Let's look at it again.
This first tumbling, this is so beautiful. It's just a beautiful twist. She opens up at inner hips and kind of has that float landing on that without a step. The punch front, each one of them equally as high. Nice combination. And she ends with that full twist in the end too. She just shoulders are down just a little bit. She had to pike that down a little bit, but otherwise, when you start with a twisting element in your tumbling and end with one, there's bonus points and things for that as well. Nice routine for her. Always tough to await the score.
And sometimes you have a number in your head too, right? Like, I think that was a...
Yes.
And you're sometimes you're surprised one way or the other, like, oh, better than I thought, or
not as good as it should have been.
Right.
I think I tend to be more vocal when I think they got a little robbed, so to speak. Looks like they're going to have a little bit of a judging conference here. And again, that's when the two judges are too far apart. One sees something or gives credit to something, and they have to be within that 3/10 mark of each other. We've had a couple of meets where I've been a little vocal of my disdain for scores.
Carly Anderson and Nicole Wood, two of our three judges. Dawn Anderson is our other judge tonight.
I mean, they obviously know more about what they're doing than I do. I just think that when done well, one should be rewarded for that. It's a tough enough sport to, I think the hardest thing in this sport too is it changes every year. The rules change, the combinations change. You have to have this and this routine and that routine, and everything trickles down. Obviously, we've got our Olympic caliber, our elite caliber. Then you go to the college, which is still on the normal scoring like we have here at high school, but in the third week of college gymnastics, there's already been like 12 perfect routines. So where are they going to go? Are they going to end up going to Olympic scoring? Super fun that we've been able to watch our own Grace McCullum, who is on the Olympic team. She's competing for Utah. And then, of course, Suni Lee is down at Auburn. And it's just been, if you get a chance to get on any of those networks to see our hometown gals perform, they're two of the top freshmen in Big Ten gymnastics right now.
Well, and the University of Minnesota having a great season as well, ranked in the top 10. Went against number 1 Michigan the other night, had a couple of individual 10s, lost the meet to a great Wolverines team, but some really good gymnastics down on the campus of the U of M. Upcoming on CCX after tonight, our telecast include boys hockey on Saturday night from the Champlain Ice Forum as Champlain Park hosts Anoka. Great one in boys basketball on Monday night. Tutino Gray's #1 team in Class 3A takes on Osseo. That's Monday night at 7. Wednesday, great rivals, Osseo and Maple Grove in boys basketball. And then wrestling next Thursday, Champlain Park and Maple Grove. All busy weekend Northwest Suburban Conference play upcoming on CCX.
Every sport, winter sport, is starting to wind down, and the excitement for all the sports, we're coming close to the sections for everything. So busy the sports teams are.
Absolutely. 8.675 for Mandy Carlson. And Lexi Shreve is up next. Lexi, an all-state soccer player. Again, she's a Maranatha Christian Academy student. Recently committed to Crown College to continue her soccer career, but not a bad gymnast either.
No, I was going to say, wow, if soccer's her first sport, gymnastics is her second. That's pretty incredible. She opened up with a beautiful 1.5 twist. And again, like she was on vault, she has that blind landing. So that's tough. Nice double front, punch front combination. She's a very quick twister.
Yeah.
You know, they're snappy and quick. Getting ready in the corner for a final tumbling pass. Round off full twist. Great height on that. Nice floor routine for her. That opening tumble pass was amazing, that round off 1.5. Again, she's another gymnast that has twisting elements in 2 of her 3 tumbles. You'll see this here. It just up, twist quick, floats, opens up, and you're allowed on the floor to take that step forward or that step back without a severe deduction. And here's her 2 punch fronts, really high on both of those. Opens up nice to, again, a solid landing. Ends with that round off full twist. She just has great body position on this. Anytime you can end a twisting element almost in that standing up position, you've got good height, good control of that twist, and a really nice landing.
Waiting on a score, Deb, for Lexi.
You see the 3 Osseo coaches, you know, behind there. You know, you fight for your gymnasts. You want to make sure they do get the scores that they deserve. So, but it looks like they're happy with that.
The judges are conferring, although they had each had posted a score, 8.6 and an 8.55. I don't know that anything is going to change here.
Or it's, I'm wondering if we're done and they're just going over things, or maybe they will change it. It was a beautiful routine.
Very nice. We'll hang on just a moment.
Definitely conferring. Pencils are out in there.
Well, Osseo is headed over to the balance beam, so we will take a timeout. We'll give you the score that has been posted, 8.575 for Lexi Shreve. Orioles up on the beam when we continue on CCX. John Jacobson, Debbie Rasmussen back here at Park Centers. You look at the 4 exercise score for Osseo and their 5 gymnasts that just recently finished up. Now they've just completed their warm-ups on the balance beam. As you look at the score now through 3 full rotations for each team. And Park Center ahead by a little less than 2 points, with Osseo still to come here in the beam and Park Center to finish up on the floor.
When you have the advantage of being the home team, you get to go in what they call Olympic order, where your rotation is vault, bars, beam, floor. The hard part about the visiting team is they have to end on the balance beam.
We are underway with Trinity Fairenbach.
She starts with a no-handed double front or double foot mount right into that wolf jump. Nicely done.
We saw Trinity earlier tonight on the vault. Their second varsity event of the evening.
That cartwheel combination is a lot tougher than it seems. 2 really nice wolf jumps there. The full turn, that is a requirement in every balance beam routine. Wolf jump. Twisting right into that. That is a nice combination. She does a wolf jump, twisting tuck jump, punch front off the side. You'll see that's, tough to land when you know that you can't stop. You have to get that connection, you have to, land that tuck jump and immediately put yourself into position to do that punch front. So nice job. Again, awaiting the score. Can be maddening when it comes to the balance beam. It's definitely the event that you want to just get going on, because the more you stand there and think about it, you're looking at it going, it's 4 inches wide, it's 4 feet off the ground.
You can watch. I'm watching Abby Allquist. She's waiting for her turn. She's kind of taking some deep breaths, closing her eyes, trying to focus and get ready and try to nail this. And here we go.
And she does the same mount, but does her second jump instead of a wolf jump, does a split jump.
Trinity Fairenbach, 6.4 for her score. Fairenbach, excuse me.
Nice wolf jump, twisting tuck jump combination. Here's that cartwheel. She swings that foot through into the round off, able to save the connection. Nice job. She's going to do this in a backwards combination. Beautiful twisting wolf jump right into that back flip. Some people like front tumbling better, some people like back tumbling better. That was a lovely routine. You'll see here that twisting wolf jump hangs onto it. Nice backflip dismount, just a small step on the landing. Good combination.
Natalie Molnar will be next, but Abby Allquist seemed happy with how that went. Her high score this year at 6.125, and I would think this has got a shot at being higher than that, Deb.
I think so. I mean, she hit the combination. Even though she planted her foot right away on that swing through cartwheel, she immediately went into that round off. So I think she should be pleased with that routine, especially the dismount, the full twisting wolf jump right into that back flip. Tough combination, done very well. This is, beam is a tough event to judge, because did they give her the connection for the 2 cartwheels, because she did plant that foot kind of quickly. I would have given it to her, of course, because I think she did just fine. But it is you know, subject to how they feel the connections were. Was there any pauses in between? Did it go straight into that?
Natalie Molnau up next.
Very strong on the balance beam. Nice full turn. Nice wolf jump. Ooh, hang on, twisting tuck. Nice. Wolf jump, wolf jump. Getting ready for her. Like I said, the coach gets to stand in there. Oh, darn, not going to receive that connection, but that she was so high on that tuck jump, going for that back flip dismount. Again, no touching from the coach. That's good. She won't have any deductions there. It's just unfortunate that she had that fall prior to that dismount, but a beautiful back flip dismount.
Going back at gymnast, Abby Allquist, I mentioned her high score had been in the low 6s. She was 7.725 for that second routine for the Orioles.
That was
a big jump.
Big jump. Nice routine. This was great. It was nice and high. Didn't take a step on the landing. Always scares me when they get so close to the, you know, you have height and then you need to push away and have a little bit of distance, but she was so high she almost came back down in the same spot she started from. Good job.
Let's see, Shreve and Mandy Carlson will be the final two gymnasts to compete tonight. I mentioned tonight is a parents' night here. It is senior night. There's alumni night. Tammy Hoff said, I'm lucky I got to come back for alumni night on the same night I'm coaching. So you didn't have to come back a second time.
That's good. Hang on to that. Nice job.
Natalie Molnau scores 6.95. Lexi Shreve, who has topped out at 8.45 in this event this year.
Beautiful switch leap right into the twisting tuck jump. Good job. She just throws twists into her jumps like, well, no big deal. Getting ready for a dismount. Again, she is such a great twister. That is a 1.5 twisting layout front. We called it a Rudy back in my day. I'm not sure if they still do, but again, she is such a snappy twister. It's beautiful to watch. You'll see this. Really superb. Good step on, just that little step on the landing there. That was a nice routine. She did that cartwheel combination, and what made her so pretty was when she came out of that second cartwheel, the foot not only passed through, it came way up to hip level before she stepped into that round off. That's how that combination should be done to receive full credit for that. And
Lexi scores probably right on the edge of, if she hits being able to qualify for state. Mandy Carlson, who we see next, I think definitely has a great chance to be a state qualifier for Osseo.
Like you said, this will be the first time in a while.
Coach Hoff couldn't remember. She just said several years.
Several years.
As you could think. So this one's going to be up like in the 8s. .475.
Nice score.
For Lexi Shreve. And now Mandy Carlson, who has scored as high in this event as 9.325.
She's just a pretty gymnast to watch. It was fun to watch a floor routine and to watch on the balance beam too. Back walk over switch leg into round off. We have not seen a back walk over in a long time. I love that. It's gonna throw a back flip here. Nice job, right into the 2 split jumps. Great connection for that. I mean, it's hard enough to land a back flip, let alone knowing that you have to do 2 split jumps after it. Switch leap into 3/4 twisting wolf jump. That full turn. Nice routine. She does a cartwheel into a full twist landing. Ever so teeny tiny step on that landing. That was beautiful routine. Absolutely beautiful routine. You see she does cartwheel into full twist, tiny little step. She does it in the tuck position. There isn't a deduction for that. Some girls do it in a laid up position. Some do it in a tuck position, and it's just your preference. Usually on the floor we do it in a layout, but off the balance beam when you're trying to do that cartwheel into it, you're allowed to do it in that tuck position. But that standing back flip, that's hard on the floor, let alone on the balance beam, and she went directly into those split jumps, which were superb.
Mandy, one of 3 seniors, along with Lexi, Shreve, and Miriam English, who's out tonight injured. But 3 really good senior gymnasts for this Osseo team. And a 9.35, that ties her season high, and a routine like that will get her to state out in this section.
Absolutely. So look at that grin underneath that mask. I think it's pretty big. That was wonderful.
Great finish on the balance beam for Mandy Carlson and Osseo. We'll take time out. We'll come back. Our final rotation of the night, we'll see the Park Center Pirates up on the floor when we come back. Those are our scores a moment ago for Osseo, their final competition of the night, finishing up on the balance beam. And there's their team score, 123.050 unofficially. She'll get Annika Lee, a 2021 Park Center graduate. We'll talk more about her in a moment. Their first competitor is up, Valence Sparkman Jr. This is her lone varsity event. Improving her routine. Her high score this year is 7.15.
Did a 1.5 twisting straight jump into a full twisting tuck jump. Loving the choreography in the corner before the tumbling pass. Front handspring, forward roll cartwheel. Does 2 twisting jumps, nice combination for those. This third and final tumbling pass. Aerial cartwheel, nice job. 2 back rolls. The team kind of exploded at that aerial cartwheel. That might be a new move for her. That's good job. Look at that. Good job.
Alan Sparkman leading things off for the Pirates.
I think she's pretty happy with that. We'll go ahead and get a look at some of those tumbling passes there, possibly. She ended with that beautiful aerial cartwheel, back roll combination.
Next up is Shanika Chapman, 6.6, the score for Alan Sparkman. As you look at part of that routine again.
That was the front handspring dive roll. Big aerial cartwheel there. Nice job.
Shanika Chapman, the freshman, up next.
She is so strong. She like walked into that tumbling pass. It was huge. The height on those leaps, those straddle jumps. Again, there's that big smile. Love it.
She looks like she's having so much fun. I mean, she probably has a future as a college track and field athlete, but just the joy that she seems to get out of gymnastics is great to watch, isn't it?
It is, and you can just tell she is having a blast out there. She's really good. I mean, I know that she's an exceptional track and field athlete, and you can see that talent that she brings into the floor, but she just hardly walks, you know, she's not running like a lot of the girls in. Her tumbling passes are amazing. They're nice and high.
I love that.
Oh, and a nice drop for that dismount. Good job. You do see a lot of girls that they almost, you know, their entrance into those tumbling passes is a quick sprint. She just kind of walks. Here's my day. I'm going. And bam, watch how high that is. Amazing. Good job. And she does this punch front into the forward roll. Cartwheel combination. And of course the big grin. She's almost, you know, laughing into this last one, and it's just so enjoyable when you see a gymnast that's really having a good time out there. I swear the judges give a little bit, you know, I would if I was a judge, just a little bit extra because they're super cute, fun to watch.
See the score for Shanika. Her high score this year on the floor is 8.05. This one will be a little lower than that. And it'll be a 7.525. Chandra Vu up next. And they had an injury last year. She's coming back this year as well. And really nice choreography and dance, increasing her difficulty in this event.
She has great arms. I love how it's almost like a ballet, and just the way she uses them, and great toe point. Opened up with that nice back handspring full twist, coming up with our second tumbling pass. Punch front into that dive roll cartwheel. Pretty choreography in that switch leap, full twisting wolf jump. Again, that full turn that every routine has to have in on the floor, as well as the balance beam. Final tumbling, round up 2 back handsprings into a nice back tuck. Really pretty choreography. It was like soft and pretty.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well done for Chandra. Let's look at that again.
This is a nice round up back handspring full twist. She had great form on that. Here's her punch front. She's almost in a laid out position on that punch front. And finally the round up 2 back handsprings. Nice high tuck back.
Two competitors still to come yet for Park Center. Jessica Martinez Ayala up next. Luna Zhang to follow.
There we go. Getting the go ahead.
A score of 8.375. That's a season high for Chandra Vu.
Some fun music.
Fun salsa music for
It
Jessica,
is.
right? Maybe not the difficulty we might see in some of the other gymnasts, but very clean routine.
Yes, and that's the one thing that if you don't have that difficulty in the tumbling, add it to your choreography and your dance, and she's using every part of the music, which is beautiful. Handstand pirouettes into the twisting jump again. Anytime you can add those twists to those jumps, it's really adds to the bottom line of your score. Punch front round off cartwheel. You know, her jumps and leaps impressed me on the balance beam, and they're even more impressive here on the floor. She was hit every beat of that music. Really nice choreography for her. Again, a gymnast that you could tell loved the music and had a good time out there.
We'll see part of Jessica's routine again.
Punch front into the dive roll cartwheel combination. Round up back tuck, right into the back extension. And again, another punch front cartwheel. Good job.
You mentioned at the beginning of this rotation about one of the assistant coaches, Annika Lee, who's come back and volunteer and help this year, graduate last year, holds 3 school records. She is as good a gymnast as this school has ever had, and just one of the gyms that came back and helped out this year when the Coach Smith and Coach Molden were out. She'll compete next year at Hamlin University, took this year off, and really a joy to watch and a terrific young lady.
It was fun. You almost get sad to see him leave.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not
Yeah.
coaching him, but we've been watching him for years.
7.55 for Jessica Martinez Ayala, and Luna Zhang will be our final gymnast of the night.
Really nice round up back handspring, 1.5 twist. It has that blind landing. She nailed it. It was really nice. I love the split on her jumps and leaps. She's at a full 180. That will get her a couple of extra tenths here and there. Punch front, nicely done. Teammates totally approve. Final tumbling pass, round up back handspring, full twist. Really nice routine. She has the difficulty, she has the dance, the choreography is awesome.
And that's got a chance to be a state qualifying routine, perhaps here in a couple of weeks at Champlain Park.
Yes.
Won the floor at the MGGOA Invitational recently.
Oh, wow. That was just a really nice, she was almost like she could do that double twist. She's that high and has that much speed going into it. But the two punch fronts were beautiful.
And then after that, we will do our scores.
Then we end with that round up back handspring, full twist. Dive roll, ending position. Good job for her.
See an 8.6 from one judge. And wait just a moment to see the second score. Tally it up. So definitely some good routines for both of these teams, and still obviously places where they can improve yet. 8.6 the score for Luna Zhang.
You know, and the teams are consistent. They might not have the big scores that we're seeing from other teams and stuff, but I love the fact that they are consistent. They are adding new difficulty to the routines, even yet this late in the season, because you want to keep increasing those scores. Both teams have gymnasts that have potential to possibly, make some of the events in the upcoming sectional meet and stuff. And so things that they need to work on. The beam was a little tough for both teams. We had falls on both sides, and we always talk about how the beam can make or break. And so then you end up with those two really strong scores for Osseo on the balance beam. So it might even out the team score a little bit here. Park Center was ahead. Osseo may have gained a few points. Both of them had great scores and showings on their floor exercise also. It's been a fun meet.
And we'll check those final scores. Wrap things up here from Park Center. Osseo Park Center Gymnastics. We'll finish up on CCX after this. Competition complete in our Northwest Suburban Conference Gymnastics meet tonight between Osseo and Park Center from Park Center High School as they are reading off the scores from tonight's competition. And there's a look at our varsity scores tonight. Park Center with 33.675 on the vaults and finishing on the floor. Osseo finished strong on the beam, Deb, their final event of the night, and then ended up being their highest scoring event of the evening,
yes.
Which is not always easy to do on balance beam.
Not on balance beam.
Our team score tonight, Park Center, by far their high score of the year by over 7 points, 124.60, and they beat Osseo tonight. The Orioles with 123.325. So again, these teams will compete, Deb, on February 8th at Champlain Park High School. They'll be part of the Section 5 AA meet, along with Buffalo hosts Champlain Park, Maple Grove, Rogers, St. Anthony Spring Lake Park, and St. Michael Albertville. And again, no powerhouse team in there. Some good gymnasts, but no standout team. Champlain Park probably right now on paper the team favored, but they're not. They don't have the scores that they had in years past. Same with Maple Grove, and so that opens the door for gymnasts from a lot of teams to have a shot at qualifying for state that following week at Roy Wilkins.
I think it's going to be really fun because, like you said, you're not going to have that powerhouse team, which means it opens the door for other gymnasts to go to event finals and make it to the state meet. He said Champlain Park probably is the favorite at that time. But in this sport, as we know, anything can happen. And when your scores are that close, it's going to come down to who has the most consistency, who probably scores highest on the balance beam. But as far as the individual goes, super exciting because I think it'll be represented by a far more, group of kids from all the schools from that section.
So Osseo scored down a little bit tonight, but they got time to improve that. And for Park Center, certainly an upward trend. They had their high score up until tonight last week, and so and they take a big jump tonight. So nothing but good. And again, you're getting girls back from injuries, and that helps. Osseo, as we mentioned, with Miriam English out with an injury tonight. If she's able to compete at sections, that'll help their team score as well. And it's such a tough, demanding sport. You just hope girls can hang on here for a couple more weeks and stay healthy through sections here.
It's hard enough to have COVID in your life, let alone the wear and tear that this takes on your body. And gymnastics is a very demanding sport, and you couple that with possibly COVID exposures where you have to sit out or actually have COVID where you do have to take that time off. This is a sport that you need to be in the gym every single day and be consistent to be at your best. So when you see that there's been breaks in some of these girls, to watch them come out tonight, first routine on balance beam the entire year, a couple of falls, but she has so much talent and a good routine for her. So only place they can go is up.
No, we've enjoyed it tonight. Hope you have as well. And again, good luck to these teams coming up at section competitions in February. That will do it for our telecast. For all of our CCX production team and for Debbie Rasmussen, I'm John Jacobson. Park Center, the win tonight over Osseo. Good night from Park Center High School.